Hi, I'm Lucy from Sew Essential and I'm here today with a roundup of patterns, fabrics and tips that you could use to sew along with the sewing bees in the Great British Sewing Bee Series 10 Episode 6 Children's Week. Everything I talk about is on our website. You'll find links to our website below, and you'll also find a link to our weekly newsletter for a healthy dose of sewing inspiration straight to your inbox. So off we went to Children's Week, which is always a lot of fun, isn't it? I think one of my favourite things about this week was the fact that we got to see Patrick and Esme and Keel as children as well. For the Made to Measure challenge, the sewing bees were asked to bring in a photo from their childhood and make an outfit inspired by that. So we got to see a little peek of Esme and Patrick and Keel in their childhoods as well. And I loved the fact that Esme loved a necklace and was totally absorbed by fashion, even from that super young age. It was really nice to see. But anyway, on to the pattern challenge. That was the first challenge they had to do. They had to make a sequin bomber jacket for a child. So again, you know, another tricky week. Sewing with sequins can be really tricky. You run the risk of breaking lots of needles if you're not able to trim the sequins out of the seam allowance, for example. Cutting out can be quite tricky, you know, you have to be really careful doing that. So yeah, and then they had to finish the cuffs of the bomber jacket with ribbing and the neckline and the hem, and then they had to line it and hand sew the lining in. So hand sewing under pressure, sewing sequins under pressure, it really was a tough task for them, and I think quite a few of them did struggle. I'm going to pop a link below to my top tips for sewing with sequins. I've got a video and a blog post for you, so I'll pop those below. But let's have a look at the patterns now that I thought you could use to recreate this super cute sequin bomber jacket. It really made me want to make one for my niece. But yeah, I'm probably never going to get round to that. But the first pattern is McCalls 7619. So this is a bomber jacket pattern with the ribbing for the neckline, the hem and the cuffs. And then you've got some cool options on this as well. You've got the option for a kangaroo pocket on the front. There's the option for a yoke, a sort of shaped yoke on the back as well. So lots of opportunities to mix and match and do different things with that. And we do have some sequin fabric. We've got this blue, which is really pretty. And then there is like a red jersey fabric, I think, with sequins on it. So you could possibly look at using these to recreate something similar. And then the other pattern I looked at was Simplicity 9654. This is a really cute bomber jacket pattern, again with that ribbing around the cuffs, hem and neckline, the zip up front. And this one's got a drop shoulder and then like a balloon sleeve, which I thought was a really contemporary twist on a bomber jacket. And then there are a pair of trousers and a skirt with cute patch pockets and frills around the edge that you've got included in that pattern as well. So really good value for money on that one. And then on the refashioning challenge, I don't usually cover the refashioning challenge, but it's so cute when they do the kids week one. I just had to include a couple of patterns. So they were animal themed this week, and I just adored these pictures on these patterns and just had to include them. So the first one is Simplicity 9624. 4 different outfits included in this one: a cat, a rabbit, a dog and a little dinosaur, I think the other one is. But they're just absolutely adorable, just simple little pullovers, but then they've got these cute little hoods with them that have got all the animal details on. So I thought that would be a lot of fun to make, and I'm sure any little people in your life would really appreciate that. And then Simplicity 2788 is a really old pattern. It's got a couple of Halloween themed patterns included, but it's also got a really adorable ladybird with wings and a little hat with the antennae. An absolutely gorgeous sheep costume. It's just adorable. There's a hood with the little face in it, face opening, and then like floppy ears. Oh, it's just so sweet. And then a little duck outfit that's adorable too. So the duck outfit sort of, it's like a really balloons out at the hem. It's a little tunic type type thing. But there's trousers with feet that have got what are they called? Duck's feet, webbed feet. Like it's got like those sort of duck's feet on it, and then a really cute little hat with the beak, and yeah, just absolutely adorable. So I just thought I had to include those in case anybody fancies sewing some fancy dress up for the children in their life. And then on to the made to measure challenge. So as I said, they had to make something inspired by their own childhood. There were some lovely ideas, lots of variety, although actually 3 people made a very similar thing thinking about it, but we'll talk about that now. But I'm going to start with Pasha. Pasha made an adorable tiered skirt and then a tiered top with tie straps, and she alternated white broderie anglais fabric with denim fabric to create like a blue and white stripe. The skirt was a skort, and we didn't have a tiered skort pattern, but we do have a tiered skirt pattern, which is currently half price in our Burder sale. So at the time of recording, the Burder sale's still on. If you're ordering it soon after the release of this video, it will be, but obviously it will come to an end if you're watching this, you know, much later down the line. But Burder 9442 includes a short tiered skirt, a longer tiered skirt, and then a short skirt with a bow on it. So I thought you could use that to create the skirt, and then you could just wear cycling shorts underneath it, seeing as it's not a skort pattern. And then the top that I thought you could use is a new one from Simplicity, which is lovely and comes in sizes 7 to 14. It's Simplicity 9963. It's got a cropped top with a tie strap, and I thought you could very easily add another couple of layers to create a tiered top to that one. It's also got a skirt included, which again you could make tiered if you wanted to. If you didn't want to buy a separate skirt and top pattern, you can make the skirt tiered. I'm going to pop a link to my tutorial on how I made a tiered skirt for a dress for me, but it's the same principles to add tiers to any pattern. You basically measure your hemline and then double or times by 1.5 a strip of fabric, cut that, and then gather that to fit the previous tier. But I will pop a link to the tutorial below for you. But yeah, Simplicity 9963, you could definitely use that to create the same sort of look as Pasha. There's also a dress included with that as well. And the fabric I thought you could use for Pashas, we have got more of this on a bolt downstairs because I've reordered this one. It's been really popular. It's a beautiful chambray fabric, but it's got like a broderie anglais embroidered cotton effect on it. So I just thought you could maybe use that beautiful scalloped edge hem as the hem for the skirt and the hem for the top, and it would look absolutely lovely. So yeah, that was the one I chose for that. We have got some broderie anglais coming to the website soon, some whites, but it's not on yet, so I thought I'd go with that one. Susie made a skort, and it was with patchwork fabric. She made the patchwork fabric, and it was lovely because it was a skort that her granny had made for her as a child, so that was really nice and sentimental. The pattern I thought you could use to recreate something similar is Simplicity 9797. This is a skort pattern, so it's a little mini skirt which has got a wrap over front, and then it's got the shorts underneath. And then it also includes a really cute little bandeau crop top with a big bow on it. There's a little shell top with a button down front and a frilled hem, a pair of trousers and a sun hat. So really good value for money on that one. And the fabric I thought you could use to do that, we hadn't got any patchwork fabric. Obviously you can make your own patchwork fabric, but I just thought it was nice to show you this really lovely ditzy print fabric we've had, which has been hugely popular, and would make pretty blouses and dresses and all sorts for adults. Very sort of Laura Ashley vibes, which are very much in at the moment. But I think because it's such a small print, you could use this for children's wear as well. So I thought I'd show you that one. It's a cotton fabric. And then Georgie, Marcus and Luke all made a boiler suit or jumpsuit of some description. Georgie and Luke made a denim one, and added various different sort of hardware like D-rings, webbing and straps. I thought I'd show you, we've got this prim webbing in yellow, which is the same as the one Luke used, or looks very similar. And then we've got all the D-rings and hardware on the site as well. So I'll pop links to those below for you. We've got like jean zips and all those sorts of things as well. And then Marcus made an astronaut themed one, so he made it in like a beige colour and put badges all over it. I made an astronaut's outfit for my son years ago and he absolutely loved it. So yeah, that was really nice to see. But the pattern I thought you could use to recreate something similar to all three of them, another Burder pattern, so half price in the sale right now. Burder 9245, so it's a button down jumpsuit. You've got the option to cinch the waisting with a drawstring or leave it loose fitting, patch pockets, long sleeves, long trousers or a crop trouser. And then we've got the Sevenberry cotton twill in beige, which I thought you could use to make an astronaut's costume like Marcus, or if you wanted to go down the denim route like Luke and Georgie. Oh, it's always a bit of a workout when I have to lift up the denim bolt, but we've got this lovely indigo blue denim. We've also got some brighter blues as well. So you could do what Georgie did and do some contrasting denims in the mix in the pattern. There was a lot of top stitching going on with those guys as well. So I've just brought up top stitching needles and top stitching thread to remind me that we've got all the supplies to get really good top stitching results on the site as well. So I'll pop links to those below for you as well. And then Alex made a pair of velvet dungarees and yeah, she top stitched those. Patrick pointed out that top stitching on velvet is quite tricky because of the pile of the fabric, some of your stitches will be a bit hidden, but certainly on the denim it works really well, or just generally woven fabrics that are sort of tightly woven fabrics. But anyway, Alex made some cute dungarees and I thought McCalls 8489 would be a great pattern to recreate something similar. So it's the traditional dungaree style, patch pocket on the front, buttons to fasten the straps, patch pockets on the trousers, and then there's a cargo pants style patch pocket as well on one of the trouser legs. So really contemporary, they've been really popular in recent years. There's also a pinafore dress included with patch pockets and a romper or play suit with the shorter legs. So yeah, quite a few options in that one. We have velvet fabric, but it's a stretched velvet fabric, so it just wouldn't be suitable for that pattern. But what I thought you could use instead is some of our Sevenberry cotton twill again, lovely and hard wearing and available in some really nice bright colours for kids as well. So yeah, I thought I would include that one for that. And then finally, Elsa made something. It was really lovely. Actually, it was one of my favourite bits of the show. They showed a little home video clip of her when she was a little girl in her outfit, and her mum had made her this beautiful mermaid outfit, and she won a prize at her local village, like Summer Fete or something for it, and it was just adorable seeing her on the little home video. It was so lovely. But yeah, anyway, her dress, I think the key feature that the judges really wanted to see her exaggerate was a high-low hem. So the hem was higher at the front, lower at the back, and then it sort of had an empire line, fitted bodice, and then sort of long flowing sleeves. I couldn't find anything that ticked all the boxes, but I did find a pattern, Simplicity 8065, which has got the skirt with the high-low hem. It's got princess seams down it, and there is an option for like a pop-over top. But there's two options where you've just got a dress with princess seams and short sleeves and a round neck. I thought you could easily extend those sleeves and make them more dramatic and make them the wide hem at the end of the sleeve, and then you've got the high-low hem skirt on it. So that was the pattern I chose for Elsa's, and she made it in a green satin and organza fabrics, really pretty, like mermaid themed fabrics. And I thought our John Caldor Mystique, it's a Duchess satin, but it's a lighter weight Duchess satin. I thought you could use that and make something similar with that to go along that green mermaidy theme. So yeah, I hope everybody enjoyed my little roundup. As I mentioned at the start of the video, I'll link everything below for you, all the tutorials, tips and the fabrics and the patterns. You can find them all below. If you like what you see today, please like and subscribe, and I'll look forward to seeing you next time.